Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, June the 4th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link for the free room. It is 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. The room is open Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I share my screen and I am live on the mic. And in the email you're getting, you will see a promo code for 15% off, either the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Idea subscription. Well, not quite the same sort of a day as it was yesterday. I was talking about that in the room. Yesterday, the SPY basically, so the day before that, after hours, it had a nice pop after hours, and then the pre-market yesterday, it had maintained, and then when the market opened, it basically just kept moving higher and higher and higher, trending. We had none of this, okay? So yes, we had a nice little trend to start the day, but then if you were in any long trades that weren't what we will call story stocks or stocks that are in play, you really had to pay attention to them because they were more than likely going to be dragged down by the market. So let's see what I did. Now, again, I don't often trade in the pre-market, but I think this is about the third or fourth time I've done that this week. And this was another one. Oops. Just a minute. I just have to find that chart. There you are. So if you were in the room yesterday, let me just show you what happened. And look at the daily chart. Yeah, so we saw this one here yesterday, and I was wondering, will it take out a dollar? And it tried yesterday, got up to $1.19, but it closed at 89 cents. But I did decide to keep it on the, I wanted to keep watching it because I thought, okay, if it can take out a dollar, because if I look at it on the weekly time frame, it had, well, maybe I have to look at it on the monthly time frame. Yeah, I mean, look at all the room it has, looking left. Once it really took out this area right there. So where did I get in? This is pre-market now. I got in at I think it was 161 or 160. Sold at various stages at 192, 210, and 223. And, that was all in the pre-market. So that was, another great start to the day. Let me just bring back the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, this is all in the pre-market that I did all that. Now, once the market opened, it zoomed up higher. I did not get back in it. But again, one of these low float situations, only 16 million in the float. The other thing that I ended up doing, again, if you were in the room yesterday, you know that I was talking about swinging WMG. WMG is a Warner Music Group. It was a huge IPO yesterday. And let's take a look at it on the daily chart. It's going to look a little strange. Just two candles, of course. And so what I said in the room is that if it could close over, if it was over 30 near the end of the day, I was going to take the trade. And that's what happened. I ended up taking this trade at 30.20. And, I'm not a great swing trader. I could not resist. It got up to 34.76. And just for the symmetry of it, in order to take $3 out of the trade, I ended up selling some at 33.20 from 30.20. And then on the way down, I exited also. So I'm not in this, my big, less than 24-hour swing trade. Let me just see here. But I may get back in. This has got a lot of the big names behind it. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, a lot of the other big banking conglomerates are behind this one. So and this was really an anticipated IPO, one of the largest of the year. The other one that came on today, but unfortunately, I hope I see it. Yeah, this is a Zoom Incorporated. I think that's what it's called. Problem is that I think the IPO price was, I don't know, 20 or something. Look where it ended up at. I mean, it got as high as 35, and I'm just not. I wish this were right around the 20 mark also. So, but I think that a lot of people are just going to see Zoom in the name, and of course they might associate it with Zoom, the other big Zoom, which of course you see what this one has done. So we'll have to see what going forward. If it has any sort of a pullback, I may get into it and try to swing it. Now, lots of small cap, really small cap action again in the room. This was a really good one for a lot of people, I think. Let me get to the 15-minute time frame. And this is CIDM. Another one that had a great day yesterday was on my watch list. And this is the pre-market. I did not get involved in the pre-market. Would have been an awesome to get in right around here, but I got in. This is the market open, and I actually got into this trade. We were watching it just at around a 450 break, and I ended up taking this trade right around here at 451. And exited some at 485 in case it couldn't get out, couldn't break 5. Tore through 5. I wish I could say I got out everything at 601. Not exactly, but not bad. I got out the balance at 590. And then this. So, I mean, with these ones, this is 9.8 million in the float. These are always sort of joke around. You cannot get into these little ones and then just go downstairs, make a sandwich, idle away downstairs for 15, 20 minutes and expect that it's just going to keep going higher or not do something like this. These low float situations, you have to be right on top of them. And because these are just tremendous. I mean, and there's tremendous volume. Some people think that, who's buying these? 196 million shares have traded. It's only 9.8 million in the float. I mean, it's traded almost 20 times the float. The relative volume, it's 585 times normal. So, I mean, there's plenty of time to get in and out and buy, the number of shares that you want, but you have to be right on top of it because this can happen, and how bad would that be if you're in, with a nice 30% gain and then it turns into almost nothing or a loss. And then the other one, a lot of us in the room did, another very small one, but look at the volumes. I mean, can you believe these volumes? 281,000 shares with 17 million in the float. I mean, these are just astonishing volumes. And, this was one that we waited for. I was waiting for a solid break over 1. Notice what was happening. And finally, it did it. And I got in this one at 117. Sold on that big pop right up here. I sold at 141. And then on the way down, it actually got halted before I sold it. And, this might still have a leg tomorrow. I mean, if you look at it on is the weekly going to show it? Yeah, I mean, look at this on the weekly chart. So there's where it got to, $1.50. I always say that the stock's under $5. It is a psychological, the 50-cent mark is a psychological barrier for the stocks under 5, just like the dollar. The whole numbers are psychological barriers for most stocks. But I often find that the stocks under $5 can have the same kind of psychological barrier getting through the 50-cent mark. That's why you'll always see me, on the cheaper ones, taking some ahead of the 50-cent mark, just in case this sort of thing happens. But there's $1.68. So if tomorrow it ramps up and takes this out, I know I have all these horrible looking topping tails here, but who knows if the volume, if the volume can be, what it is today, it has a shot to get up to this level. So probably make the watch list tomorrow, depending how it closes today. So lots and lots and lots of great things happening in the room. I mean, a lot of these things are relatively early, but not all of them. So this is a free room. So, I mean, there's really no excuse not to come in and try and see what we do. We of course I try to trade my account as best I can. I'm answering a lot of questions regarding trade ideas, the program itself. That's why I'm there. So come on into the room. The link for the trading room is in the email you're getting. So we open tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So I hope to see you there. Bye bye.